Welcome to day 3 in Belgium. Today we're going to the beautiful little cities of Ghent and Bruges. We don't really know a lot about them. We've made little guides and read little things online, but mostly I think they're just small towns that have a nice little vibe and lots of things to go see, lots of little attractions.
Yeah, onto the train.
Today's our last day to use our Euro passes. We got them on June 7th and we got 2-month continuous passes, and so the last day to use them is today, August 6th. That's a little sad because we're still going to the Netherlands and we have to find a way to get there.
But we're really using our last day. We're going on a day trip. We're taking a bunch of trains today to really make use of it.
Yep, it was nice while it lasted.
We just made it to Bruges and we got a blueberry muffin and I got a wrap bacon sandwich, and we're just gonna sit outside and enjoy our little lunch before we explore the city.
Okay, right next to the train station is our first stop. It's Water Park. It's right by the water and it's just a really nice place to walk around. Lots of flowers and trees and
very shaded and peaceful.
So the two cities we're going to today, the one we're in now, Bruges, and Ghent, which we're going to later, are the historical gems of Belgium. So they're very old towns with like really cute lined building streets and cobblestone streets, and just a lot of interesting historical things.
It's very aesthetic and it's very touristy here. The streets are just filled with a bunch of tourists walking around.
90% tourists, 10% actual people.
Actual people. Tourists aren't actual. I love waving at the people.
Okay, this is the Church of Our Lady. It's mainly from the 13th through 15th centuries, but it has the second largest, or second tallest brickwork tower in the world, which is kind of cool. It's all made of brick, that whole entire thing. You can actually go in for free, so let's go check it out. With the number of churches we've seen recently, it takes a lot to impress us, but that church was actually really cool. The brick ceilings and the fact that it was brick at all was kind of unique and interesting.
Yeah, it gave it a little flavor, a little spice.
Now on to our next stop, which is another cathedral.
Did y'all see how bricky it is here? Yeah. Brick.
I knew that you couldn't resist.
In den kleinen Thames.
Another massive brick cathedral, which is interesting. That's the theme in Bruges we're seeing, is that it's all made of brick. I think that's what makes it seem so unique and historic, is the brickness.
Brick.
Even the McDonald's is brick.
We just made it to Demarkt Square. It's a large square with many, many people and a big bell tower made of brick, of course.
It used to be an old bell tower observation deck for like spotting fires and things, but now it's just a place where you can go and look at the views of the city. It is 14 euro a person though, so we will not be going into it. The statue in the middle is not a horse. Is it really a square?
I don't think we're in Europe anymore. There has to be a horse.
So behind us is perhaps the main attraction in Bruges. It's called the Basilica of the Holy Blood. And legend has it that when Jesus died, Joseph of Arimathea had a cloth and he wiped Jesus' body with it. And so if the legend is true, then the blood that is on display in the relic in the church is Jesus' actual blood.
Kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy, especially that it's in Bruges. It made its way through different kings and, I don't know, different people all the way until one king brought it here and constructed a chapel to place it in. So
it's a very odd kind of atmosphere to have a little display of Jesus' blood. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe it really is, and I'm just really skeptical, I guess.
And it's kind of just like hidden in the corner of this little
like
mini square. I don't know. It's a little odd, but
it's so odd.
very interesting, at least. Okay, our last stop in Bruges is the Rodenkai viewpoint. It's like a little bridge point, and you can see over a lot of the viewpoints in the city.
It's very pretty, and it's such a nice day. Everyone's out on the little boats, riding along the water. We've
determined that Bruges is a very romantic city. There's a lot of like really actually talented street performers, and it's, I don't know, it's just a fun place to walk around and spend a day.
It's very beautiful.
All right, now on to and welcome to Ghent, our next destination. This is our final city today, one of two. They're kind of like sister cities, although probably not actually technically. Ghent seems like much bigger already, and this is our first stop, St. Nicholas's Cathedral.
We've seen many churches today, but the good thing is they're all very big and pretty and free to go into.
St. Nicholas's Church lies in Korenmark, which is a big giant public plaza in the center of Ghent. So from here we're going to go explore some other things. I think the bridge is next. So Bruges was the city of brick, and Ghent is the city of points and grand sights. I don't know, it's very different than I thought. I kind of thought Ghent was going to be smaller, but Bruges is definitely smaller.
Much bigger. Bruges is more like small town, cute brick vibe, and this is like more of a bigger city.
Yeah. So we're currently on Korenlie, and on the other side is Grassley. It's two parallel streets that run all through the river down the city. We're at the Gravenstein Castle, which is perhaps the main attraction in all of Ghent. It's a castle from the Middle Ages that is still preserved here today. It's kind of like in the middle of the water, which makes it seem more medieval, like a little moat around it or something. And you can take a boat tour to go all the way around in a circle, but we're not going to, just because it costs a little extra money, and we can see it from here. This is as far as we get. It doesn't really seem worth.
I mean, it's another castle.
It's sad that the day is finally upon us that this is just another castle.
It's pretty to look at, but if we would have bought tickets to go into every castle we've seen, we'd be broke.
Hundreds of dollars.
We already are broke, but we'd probably be leaving to go home by now. We're in Vreesdijkmarkt, and it has a market. There's just a lot of little shops around the square, and it's just really pretty seeing all the buildings and statue, and everyone's out having a coffee or a drink of some sort. It's kind of nice.
On this unsuspecting street is Graffiti Alley. This is the officially sanctioned alley for graffiti. And you can smell the paint.
Fumey.
Oh, they're doing it right now, actually. I think you can just do it whenever you want to.
So something that I mentioned on our Instagram that I thought was worth mentioning for the vlog again is how amazing it is that this is just our life right now. Just exploring new cities, walking down beautiful streets in Europe. Sometimes it gets normal, like it feels normal, and then I remind myself how awesome this is and how sad I'm gonna be when this is not our life anymore.
Okay, we had to stop for dinner because we were getting a little bit hangry.
We got burgers, and it's called Manhattan, so it's like American burgers.
But this was like the #1 most recommended place for Ghent, which is kind of interesting. And we can see the water, so it's really nice. That was a very good burger. I think after walking around so much these past few days, that's exactly what my body wanted.
A nice, juicy American burger. You just gotta have one occasionally.
Absolutely. Now we're headed back to our Airbnb in Forest, which is Brussels. And tomorrow we're going to explore some of the other attractions that we didn't get to, like the Atomium and the giant church. So stay tuned.
See you later.